Before the end, there was peace. A world built on rhythm, heartbeat, breath, no fear of tomorrow. They ruled without greed, without walls, without war. Just life, written in sighs and silence.
They didn't walk. They moved the ground. Living monuments, breathing mountains.
Some predators didn't roar. They studied, calculated, waited, then vanished. Before the fire fell, the ground gave warning. But no one knew the language of endings. This world didn't need language. It spoke through rhythm, in wings, croaks, and light.
He wore no crown, gave no orders. He simply existed, and the world bent around him.
They left no names, no books, just footprints pressed into the skin of time. They watched, shadows that moved like thought. Far away, the earth whispered a warning, but no one knew the language of endings. Not yet. The smallest voices made the loudest songs. Life filled every crack in.
Alone, but never lonely, Favn. The king did not need a crown. The world bent to his will.
It began with a line across the heavens.
Walked like time would never catch them. But stone remembers what skin forgets, and the earth keeps their rhythm.
After the roar came the hush, a silence so loud it swallowed echoes.
Beneath giants and roars, a second world thrived, hidden, patient, unseen.
Not every death was loud. Some slipped quietly into the flow.
The ground cracked open with fury, like the planet itself wanted out. Fire poured from the. They moved not out of fear, but instinct. Step by step, they chased memory, chasing green that would never return.
Even in the shadow.
In the final days, the battles grew fiercer. Hunger met desperation. Pride met extinction. Only the dust knew who remained. The moon still rose, faithful, unchanging. But the world below was already forgetting how to breathe. Not war, not punishment, just a rock, a stray breath from space. But even gods fall to chance. Beneath giants and roars, a second world thrived. Hidden, patient, unseen. The fire faded, and the cold began. Not just of weather, but of silence.
Not all. Some became song.
In mirrors, unaware the glass would soon shatter. The world paused, not in fear, but in innocence. Hunger doesn't know extinction. Even as the world broke, instinct sharpened. The last hunt wasn't for food, but for meaning.
When the light died in the sky, something ancient trembled.
It wasn't the biggest that survived. It was the lightest. The one who carried sky in its bones. Beneath the waves, the story hid. Unread, untouched.
They thought it was lost, but time only buries.
The roar never died. It became a song, a whisper in every.
It wasn't just a sound. It's a sound. It was a legacy. When the light died in the sky, Something ancient trembled.
It wasn't the biggest that survived. It was the lightest, the one who carried sky in its bones. Beneath the waves, the story hid. Unread, untouched.
The roar never died. It became a song.
Even the bones weep. Rain is the earth's way of remembering.
Did they dream? Did they sense the turning tide?
Some ran, some tried, and a few lifted. What couldn't be outrun was
Life grew from death, always has. The roots drink memory.
The stars watched, witnesses to the fall, but
Where do roars go when the throats go silent? Into stone? Not all life shook the earth. Some simply endured. What giants lost, the voice changed, not the fury. In every roar today lives 1,000 yesterdays. They never saw the sky, never ran, never roared.
The forest forgets in green. It buries in bark.
When the fangs failed, the feathers rose. Evolution did not shout.
There were no last words. Just one final blink before the sky came down. They fly not just with wings, but with history, with code carved by survival, with blood older than the mountains. They left no books, no monuments, but in bone and dust they wrote enough. This is what we know, a story pieced from fragments, guesses shaped into truths.
we carry their flame, not in fear but in wonder. They didn't know.
They are ghosts made of stone, not here to haunt us.
This is what we know. A story pieced from fragments, guesses shaped into truths.
Before us there was everything, a world that lived without, does not forget. It holds on, quietly. We were never there, and yet we remember in thought.
Look closer, they never left. Every beat of a wing is proof. The last roar became flight.
This was not the first ending. It may not be the last. But
They ruled for millions of years. Yet in Earth's heartbeat, it was a blink. They are gone, but wonder lives. Roaring not in jungles, but in minds that dare to imagine.
Not everything was saved.
time listens. It watches. It waits.
We buried their past.
We are the next voice, the next echo. What we leave behind will be our roar.
Time doesn't move forward. Every ending leaves seeds.